This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, Deep, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So just open a run from the navigator. Okay. So the last class, which is the file handlings, right? Before that one, exception handling we done. Functions also we are done, right? So this particular class, I would like to talk about the new concept, which is the models and packages. Just launch the Jupyter notebook. Yeah, just you just go to your specific folder. Over here, we are talking about the new thing. Create the new folder, and the new concept is, which is the models and packages. Okay, so coming to this particular models and packages. So models and packages means which nothing, guys. It's just a which is libraries in Python programming language. Okay, so for example, if you want to do some kind of specific operations in multiple times in multiple applications, then okay, and then this models and packages will help you. So let's go for understand module. Module means which is nothing else. This is just a Python a file, which is just a Python file. Okay. So the extension of the module is it's a .py. So what it can contains? It just contains only functions and classes. Okay. It just contains only functions and classes only. See, so when you are holding functions and classes, then with help of this particular module, we can able to use the same functions and classes in a different scenarios. Okay, let's see a small thing. There are three type of modules and packages are there. The first one is the uh, free free predefined models and packages. Okay, so when comes to the predefined models and packages, here the models are already existed. So here the models are already existed in Python. The models are already existed in Python programming language. Then how we can able to use it? See, the models, whatever it is there inside of the Python, if you want to use it, it's not possible directly. Then we have a keyword is its import keyword. With the help of the import keyword and followed by the name of the model, let me consider math is the one of the free defined model. I just want to check it what could be there inside of the this particular module math. Then we can able to use the print math, sorry, print dir math, direction math. When you are printing the dir of math, it will be listing the what kind of things there inside of the math module. So if you want to use this models, if you want to use this particular if you want to use these particular functions, okay, so from this particular math, make sure that you should import this particular math and math dot and followed by the this particular names we should use it. Okay, for example, I would like to go for find the factorial for the some any number. Then the factorial is already existed in this particular module. If I want to use this particular factorial, then make sure that this particular module dot factorial we can use it. Okay, so factorial of the 5, it could be the 120. So this is the way. If you want to use anything from this particular module, we can use the module name dot and function name, or else class name we can use it. For example, I just want to go for understanding the what could be the seal method. So if you want to use this, if you want to know that seal method, then you can use the math dot seal of math dot seal of, for example, 5.1. If it is the 5.1, it could be the 6 only. So even 1 point, if it is the 5.01 also, it could be 6 only. So this is giving the smallest number more than this particular number. Okay, 5.5 if I rounding, so actually it's a 5, but if you are not doing the rounding, which is making sealing, which is doing the sealing, so that we are getting the 5.1. So this is the way I just want to use it floor function. What could be the floor? Import math. So what could be the floor is doing? Even the number, it could be the very high, but it could be return the 5 only. So which is flooring the all decimal points and giving this before the floor, before the point what could be there, it you will be getting that one actually. So that is the difference between the seal and floor. Okay, doesn't matter if it is the more than the zero point 0.5, whether it is less than the zero point 0.5, doesn't matter, it can be giving the smallest number, so it can be giving the highest number. Okay, So this is the way each and every function we can use it. For example, I want to use the square root function. If I want to use the square root function, import math, and math dot square root function, we can use it square root of 16. If I enter the square root of 16, it could be 4.0. So this is the way each and every function from this particular model we can use with this particular format only. Okay, but the same functions I want to use, instead of importing the math, I can rename with a different name. So that we will do with help of the import math as, you have a keyword is as, and followed by the any name you can use it. So instead of using every time math, we can use the your own name for this particular program only. Okay, m dot floor, if I use it, then m dot floor, if I use it, so it can be 5 only. So this is the way you can able to import, we can able to import, and we can rename it, and we can use the different functions from this particular model. Okay, so this is the way you can rename your model by the time of importing, and we can use instead of using the original name, we can able to use the different name. Okay, so for example, from math, whatever the functions you want to import it, we can import only those particular functions with help of the from keyword. Okay, floor, only these two functions only we can use it. So if you are not importing, if you are not importing more than these two, so we can only use only these two functions without any dot extension. Okay, so this is the way the seal and the floor can be works with help of the this kind of libraries. This keywords, and this is the format of using of this particular models and packages could be similar, whether it is the free define, whether it is the user define, doesn't matter, the way of using could be the same. Okay, so this is the predefined models and packages also will be the same process. And so if sometimes the models which is there inside, which is there in internet, but which is not there inside of the python, then what you will do, we can use pip install. So this is the symbol and pip install, and followed by the library name. Okay, pip install that particular library name, for example numpy. This numpy is not there, so you can able to install that particular numpy. Once installation is done, it will be showing that this kind of message. So after you are installed, this is, so sometimes semi there is another models and packages that could be the semi predefined. Semi predefined means the models which are not there inside of the python, so you can able to add for your local server with help of the pip install numpy. Okay, from the internet it can be downloaded and it can be installed in your computer. So once you are installed, then we can able to use in a lifetime in your laptop itself. Okay, so or your pc itself. After you are installed, if you want to use it, then we can able to use the import numpy. Once if you're importing the numpy, so the numpy also will have some kind of libraries and everything, but you can able to use array. So array, basically numpy, it can be work as like array format objects. Okay, we can able to give you the array of some data. So this is the way we can able to import the numpy, and we are creating the array and we are displaying over here. Okay, so it will take some time. So this is the way you can able to create your own, so we can able to download the library from the internet, we can use it. So this is fine, but i would like to go with I would like to go with a rename. Is it possible to use the rename? Yes, it's possible. With help of the as keyword, instead of using every time np numpy, we can use the np. So only for this particular program only. Meanwhile, if you want to import only some specific functions, then from numpy import some name. Okay, for example, array is my name. So this particular situation, instead of using the numpy.array or numpy.array or np.array, instead of using that one, we can directly use the functions over here. Okay, so this is the way even semi predefined models and packages also you can able to use it for your requirements. Now, now user defined models. So user defined models means, so nothing else. You have to create the your own file, and I would like to go for creating the some text file, and I'm giving the name of this particular file name is anything, but I'm saving as the .py because of models or it's a .py files only. So inside of this particular model, it just contains only function definitions, so that it may have the some function name, and so you can able to do some task, just it's printing the task. Okay, if you want to be, if you want to go, if you want to create one more function, you can create it. This is the way you can able to go for creating the multiple functions over here. So multiple function definitions we can create inside of one particular model, and that particular model we can able to import, we can able to use inside of the another application. So if you want to use the sample model, then import sample. Actually sample is not there in like sample is not there in our user defined, if, which is not there in our local as well as which is not there in internet. So we are creating our own model, and we are going to be using that one. Okay, sample dot fun. So this is the way we are. So with just fun function is printing only task, right? So meanwhile, if you go with the sample dot fun2, then the fun2 function can be executes. So this is the way we can able to create our own model, and we can able to use it, and we can rename as sam. So instead of using the sample, we can use the rename itself. Okay, so again the same task, same thing will happening. So from the sample, we would like to go for input only function one, only function. We are not importing the function two. Then what happens? We'll see. So function, so directly which is printing the function. Actually, you are importing the function, but we would like to go for execute the function too. Then what happens, we'll see. So that situation we are getting an error. To overcome this one, we can able to go for using the two function two functions in one time. So not only one time, if you want to go with import the all functions, then we can use the from sample import star. If I use the star, what could be there inside of the model, that everything could be can access. Okay, this is the way this is the way you can able to create your own model and packages. We can able to use it. So very simple things, guys. In further classes and everything, every concepts we are forwarding, we're talking about this kind of models and packages only. So if you, why the Python is so popular, because of the models and packages. So which can be created, someone can be created, and it can be published in a internet with the different sources. Okay, so from that one we can able to install and we can use it. So that's the reason Python is so popular, and Python could be using in different kind of applications. Note this example. Before that one, we should create the model, guys. After you creating the model, we can save it, then we can able to use it. Once it is done, please let me know. Actually, this is very small topics, but it could be help you when we are starting working with the different models and functions, and some little more advanced, then we will use these things in real time. Okay, guys, I'm taking very less time. The reason is that it's the topic was done. This topic is done. Okay, so the next class, if I complete the oops concepts, then which means that oops concepts and regular expressions are there. These two concepts I can explain in the next class. Okay, thank you. Bye. See you guys. Is there any questions? Amyukta, is there any questions?
No, sir.
You can practice these modules and packages and you can come back. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.